Hey guys, once again this is Turk, and in the background I just have a little gameplay of me going 20-1 with my G36 on village domination, just for those who actually like to watch some footage during these type of videos. Now in this video I'm going to talk to you about the grounds of what can constitute for a ban on Call of Duty Black Ops 2 and how long of a sentence you can actually face. There's going to be 3 types of bans which you can face, and those are a 48-hour ban, which is a 2-day ban for those math haters out there that don't want to figure that out. There's a 2-week ban, which is 336 hours for the math lovers out there. And lastly, there's a permanent ban where any progress you've made on the game will be reset and you will be removed from the leaderboards, as well as never being able to go back onto the online server. So now you may start to ask, but Turk, what are the bans for? What did they give it for? And then today I'll say, calm down, little Jimmy. Don't get a little too excited over there, because I'm getting into that information right now. The first one is quick and easy to describe. It's for modding and hacking the system. And if you're a little on the young side, or maybe even on the old side, I don't know how knowledgeable you guys are with modding or hacking, but that's when you modify the game's coding and you mess around with how it functions. So that can be very minor, where you use the USB to alter something like the colors or the characters of the clan tag or your gamer tag on the online servers. Maybe even use it to mod some zombies, but normally people who mod zombies tend to be more of an expert on modding and use an altered Xbox, so that not only could they modify zombies where you can jump high, have infinite ammo, or even their score, but they can also modify the scoring system of the online system so that they can max out the game in a matter of minutes, or even be on the top of the leaderboard with like 2.4 billion score or score per minute. All of that, if caught, would result in a permanent ban of your account, and it's not really hard for Activision to catch these modders. So if I were you, I'd think twice about choosing to mod the game. Another offense which can get you permanently banned for it is pirated content on Black Ops 2. Now, you can record your gameplay and upload what you play, that's fine, but it must be in compliance with the terms and conditions that Activision has set forth. Activision has copyright over the game, so that means that any content they put forth, you are not allowed to place into the public yourself, because you personally do not have the copyrights to the game. Also, if you obtain the game illegally or prior to the release date and get caught, that's also subject to a permanent ban. So for the people that get their copies early, you know who you are. I'd say be careful, but you probably know this and heard all this before. I've just said that so you know the precautions, and you probably know them. But you know, you guys don't flood the internet with streams of the content and with your illegally obtained copy of Black Ops 2 1 week before it's released. No, right? For those who didn't understand that, that was sarcasm. Alright, but all joking aside, like I've said, all that is grounds for a permanent ban, and now I'll get into what you can get temporary bans for. And the next category is unsupported peripheral devices and applications. At first I was like, the fuck does that mean? But after reading the description, I understood what it meant and only agreed with about 2/3. The part which I agreed with, the temporary banning, is for lag switching and IP flooding. Both of those terms just mean the host, when chosen in game, has created a lag within the game, so they can just go around getting like an 80 and 4K like it's nothing, and everyone is just like doing the robot all over the place. And I agree with that. Those guys have it coming. But giving someone a temporary ban for using a modded controller, I mean, like, yeah, modding controller is cheating, I guess, if you want to get technical, and gives you an advantage on other players, and it's totally, but to me personally, I think it's totally fine for people to use modded controller, whether they're on my team or even not. So if someone gets banned for using a modded controller, I would have a little sympathy for them. A first offense will be a temporary ban with a stat reset, and eventually lead up to a permanent ban if used excessively. Next up is boosting, and I apologize in advance because this might get into a little rant, but boosting is defined as a user meeting with another to exploit the game for the purpose of gaining XP, prestige, game score, weapon level, or game unlock. Now, boosting has been here for ages, probably just as long as modders or hackers, but I'm going to have like a little rant. Like I said, if a person has found a way to use the game's own system to rank themselves up, then they should not be penalized for it if all users in the games are fine with doing it. I mean, if 2 guys are going into like a Dom game and boosting a nuke or Moab, then I'd understand with the developers, but they shouldn't be sourpusses toward the intelligent people who've actually figured out a way to play the game where they benefit more than other people. And it's not like it's unfair advantage to everyone else, because anyone can do it if they choose to do it. So it's not like we're singling anyone out. So instead of going willy-nilly with the flipping ban hammer, they should just try and patch the actual game the way that people are boosting if they hate it just so much. But giving bans over it is just illogical to me. A first offense is somewhere between a 24 to 48 hour ban with a stat reset, and a second offense is a 2-week ban with a stat reset as well. On the conduct forum, it says that it's a temporary ban, but judging from the bans I've got recently, previously in the Call of Duties, I'd say that's the route that they would take. And if you continue to boost and get caught a 3rd time, you risk a permanent ban from the online game, and leaderboards. The next category is glitching, and on the policy is defined as any user who abuses an exploit in the game code or other established rule of play is subject to penalty. An example includes but is not limited to using a hole in the map geo to intentionally go outside of that map boundary. Now this doesn't make me want to throw my hands up in the air and throw a tantrum and slam my face through my desk like boosting does, but I still say that there is some banana split going on, if you know what I mean. Bullshit. I mean, just look at the reason. Using a hole in the map, it's like, business, that hole was there when I bought the game. It's not like I poked the hole in the map and like made it magically appear like I'm fucking Houdini or some shit, you know? Like seriously, don't get mad just because the game mode you made has faults and I'm using those faults as I play. This stings me a little because I'm a huge zombie fanatic, so if I want to use those little glitches so I can survive longer, I'll just get clock smacked with the banhammer and I'm like sitting there, the fuck just happened. But whatever. You can't argue with these guys, I guess. And I'm going to combine the next three categories and talk about them together since the grounds is basically the same throughout. It's just the punishment varies a little bit, and that's for being offensive. Personally, I tend to rage myself and get cusses out there, but people take it a little too far and they put people down really, really low. And you know, there's some tools out there that's be like, hey bro, it's my right to say whatever I want, so suck my dick and all that stuff. But like to that, I'll say you're right, but you can say whatever you want, and it is in the Constitution and everything, but Activision doesn't have to let you play their game if you're harassing the community that plays it and you're risking them money as well as giving them like a negative rep. Because there was a story that a 40-year-old went and strangled a 12-year-old because he was getting trash talk on the internet, and I don't think Activision would want that as a reputation. Next up is the content on the emblems. If you choose to make offensive or sexually gratuitous images, you can face a temporary ban from the class editing system, which makes me wonder what you guys had to put out there in order for them to implement this rule. I mean, like, I kind of know the idea of like the teasing pair of boobs on like a lady, but some people went ham and like put some elephant-sized penis on like a soldier. I mean, like, you have to be like sexually frustrated and like some weird mind process for people to put that stuff out there. And last of all is the unauthorized or offensive content on live streams. There apparently is going to be the ability to live stream straight off of Black Ops 2. So with that comes some potentially easy ways to risk some lawsuits. So if you're a normal YouTuber and know the rules, then you already know what you can or cannot put out for the public view. But if you're not and you choose to make a live stream one day, then be careful with your conduct and know when to take off the trolling mode so you don't offend too many people. And if you're bringing in some prop of some sort, and make sure it doesn't have any copyrights on it. The best advice I can give is to make something completely original and not produced by somebody else. Well guys, that was a CX breakdown of the Call of Duty Black Ops 2 security enforcement policy. If you would like to read the policy for yourself, you can find it at the official Call of Duty website. If there is something that you liked or didn't like about the policy, or you agree or disagree with me on some policies, feel free to post them in the description below and leave a like on the way out. Peace out guys.